Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to review the After the Fall game. It's really fun. I already spent 75 hours in it. I really like it, recommending it. It's very fun with a very good community, very helpful. It's one of the most game I really enjoying. Let's start with the settings before we starting the game. By KatVR, we have to go to the cut device config. But to tell you the truth, I haven't really changed anything, just leaving everything on the default. But don't forget to use left-handed mode, controller is secondary, and the both trigger calibration in this game you're gonna use a lot. You don't have to multiply the speed, but the smoothness is very important, so leave it in 0. And also the unintentional movement filter has to be on top. As all of the games, it has to be done like that. Anyway, you will have some movement issues. By game config, I will explain all the settings that you have to do in the game. But here right now, the most important parts are only the left-handed controller, work action is on the joystick, constant movement speed, I will go back to this later. Sprint action is also on the joystick click, and in this game there is no jump action, so just turn it off. All the other settings, just as usual, leave it like that. Before starting the game, always check by VR settings, startup shutdown, manage add-ons, if the cut in Steam executor is on. Anyway, you're not going to be able to move. So, let's start the game. So, right after we starting the game, you will see yourself in front of a machine. Here are the basic settings that you always have to configure. By the graphic quality, you have to play around. Actually, this game needs a lot of resources. So, if you have a better PC, you can leave it on high. Anyway, low and medium option is also available. Of course, if you are on KatVR, you definitely need standing option and sliding. After you set everything in, you have to configure where you would like to have your weapons and the ammunitions. I really like to have them as near to your body as possible, because taking out the weapon or just moving the ammunition to reload, you definitely need that as close as possible, so you don't have to do really big movements to do this process, because you can spare a lot of time with it. Right after you have set everything correctly, just go to next and the calibration is complete. At this point, you might going to have a little backstory. It's really interesting, very nice. Most of the time when I'm starting the game, the device is discalibrated. So if I'm trying to run in front, it's going sideways. So as it was mentioned before, just push the button behind on your device, or just use the two controller buttons. Right after the vibration, it gets calibrated, so you can move on. As you can see, this game is really full with players, most of the time in the afternoon and in the evenings. It's really fun because most of the players are very friendly, usually talking English, German, Spanish, Russian. If you can speak with them on many languages, it's really cool, because most of the players also helps you to learn some new techniques and how to finish the maps easier. It's also good that they are also trying to help you even if you just started the game. So it doesn't matter if you just rookie and just started the game. You can also get into some lobbies with higher difficulties, and they will help you. For example, I just played like 5 hours with the game, and somebody asked me, hey, how are your weapons? And just gave me a very good top high-end shotgun that I could use for later gameplays. Let's look around a little bit. There is a mini game in this game. I don't know why. A little bit of Easter egg, I guess. In this, you can play around, shooting, collecting some points. It's not really fun, but yeah. Okay, they are advertising the another game that they also have. This game is also from Vertigo Games, and Arizona Sunshine is one of their game. I will also try to explain the Arizona Sunshine 2 in the upcoming videos. It's also a really fun game, so I definitely recommend these family of games. So, right after you have finished the main storyline and you have reached this point, you might have some troubles by movement, so let's go through the settings. On the right joystick, if you pushing the small joystick button, there comes the main menu. By the settings, let's get through. Right after you have finished once the calibration in the beginning, you can skip this off so you don't have to do it every time. High offset, you definitely don't have to set it. Right after you have done it one time for the KatVR that I've showed you in the video before, you don't have to touch it anyway. Of course, you are not seated, just leave everything like that. Left-handed is really important. If you cannot move, but if you push the right joystick button front and your body is moving, it's because everything is set for the right controller. Just turn it on, because most of the time the KatVR is set for the left-handed movement, and that's why you cannot move. Leave mixed reality is only for recording the video, like I'm just doing now. To tell you the truth, there will be some high lags in the game, and also as you can see it's a little bit blurry on the side when I'm moving a little bit faster. You're not going to recognize any of that in the game, it's only because of the recording, so you don't get a little bit seasick of moving and shaking by running. By movement, as mentioned before, sliding is very important. Quick move, you have to set it on, slide strafing also. Rotation mode has to be also continuous. 180 rotation I never use. If it's enabled, it's okay. You might accidentally push it once. Never mind. The important part is the orientation mode head, because you always want to run in that way where you're looking. By gameplays, there is one really good settings. The reloading type. Normally it's turned to quick, but I highly recommend to turn it in advanced and learn the methods, because as you can see, you can have 50% more weapon damage. Leave the advanced reloading tips on, because I will show you later it can really be helpful. The weapon weight is also interesting. If you are starting to shoot with the weapon, it makes the game more realistic. For example, by an LMG, if you are shooting, the weapon is starting to move up, so you have to move your hands a little bit down to stay in the middle and focusing and shooting right in front of you. By accessibility, movement comfort mode can be turned on, but everything else, just leave it off. It can really kill the immersive use of the game. By interface, you can also turn the language to others that you would like to use. Red dots, laser sights, red is the best. It's the most seenable from all of it. Subtitles, yeah, if it don't disturb you, just leave it on, it's nice to have. For example, for the tools, if you cannot find them, one of the players, if you leave it on, it's easier to find the tools in the snow. All the others, it's not recommended, you can turn it on and off, just play with them. By video, in this time I turned the graphics to medium. I just turn it back to high. Full resolution, high. Shadows, soft shadows. If your computer is capable, just leave it like that. Normally, I don't have really too much lags. As mentioned before, we're going to have 2 or 3 in the gameplay by the explanation, but only because the OBS is running and the live settings for the more smooth video. By social, it's a really nice place. Here you can see the invitations. For example, Igor has invited me to the game. You can also see with whom you played recently. And by the friends list, all the friends you have online and offline. Here, invitations, the invitations that you sent. And by the lobbies, all the players who are right now in the lobby and waiting for a game. That doesn't mean, for example, in this case, that only 11 players are in the game side. It only means that only 11 players are here right now in the hub and waiting for game creation or to join to somebody's lobby. By the party, you can see all the players who have already joined, and you can also check their ratings. If we are going back, for example, searching out the player. You can also check in what level they are. You can invite them to the party, also add them as a friend. And if somebody is too loud, you can also mute them during the game. Block and report, I still haven't used it. Most of the players, as mentioned before, very friendly, really supportive. I still never needed somebody to block or report. This game is totally about team play and teamwork to get through all the difficulties in the maps. So that's why everybody has the same goals and would like to finish the maps and the further upcoming difficulties and achievements. If you're a beginner, you have to start with the Luna Gonzalez quests. Every time you're coming here, pushing the button, he will come to you and explaining some challenges that you can also check in the current objectives. After you have finished them all, there is no more tasks to do. So right after that, you have to go to the gun and ammunition. As I know, it's not opened in the beginning, so you might have to do some challenges before getting to this place. This is where you can upgrade your weapons, and by the machines on the left side, you can also check the further skins and achievements. Let's start with this one. As you can see, there is 63 skins with all the tasks that you have to complete to have them. The one that you can already equip, that means you have already bought the skin. For example, this one, the mobster, I have already finished all the tasks that I had to, but I still haven't bought it for 100k. There are some challenges that I still haven't finished. For example, for this one I need to kill 500 snowbreed with barrels, buy 100 explosive items and kill 500 with pipe bombs. Right after I have finished all, it will show its price, and if I bought it, after that I can equip them. There is also some for horde modes, for PvP, and also for the Arizona game that I mentioned before. If you reach 15k points, you can also unlock a skin. There are some really heavy challenges, but for that you're getting also another skins. On the side there is a mirror, you can check yourself how the skin looks like for the other players. It's also an extra fun, and right after you have finished all the challenges, you can keep going with these and playing with another players and have some fun. In front there is a shooting area where you can test your weapons that you have. And also, if I attach to this small machine my weapon, in this machine we can check what we can upgrade on this weapon, if I would like to buy another one, what is the price for that, and what kind of upgrades I can put it on. For example, as you can see, this really small green corner, if I'm going on it, there is one extra attachment that I have unlocked in the near past. So if I would, I could buy it, but I have already a better one. There is also some nice chips. If you unlock them, you can have one extra chip on your weapon that can also add you a lot of positive damages or criticals and so on. If you have a lot of weapons, you can also attach to the vault, because in every game you can bring maximum 2 weapons in it. And if you find any further weapons in the game, you can pick them up, but you can also take out only maximum 2 weapons at the same time. So take care if you are still searching for good weapons in game, or if somebody would like to give you a weapon, just go in with one so you have an extra free space for the second weapon. All the weapons that is in the game inside will stay inside, so if you lose them, you have to rebuy them and rebuild it, and it can be really expensive. Let's go through with the advanced reloading system. If I'm shooting all the weapons, as you can see, if I'm not holding with 2 hands, the weapon starting to shoot up. So it's highly recommended all the weapons to hold with 2 hands. And this is the part that I showed you a little bit before. This is the tips for the advanced reloading system. It's starting to blink red, so that means we have to remove this. On your joystick, the small button near to your hand, if you push it, it removes the magazine. And from here, as you can see, I have 40 ammos from the red ones that this weapon needs. If I'm pushing with the another controller and attach it, it comes automatically. And the next one is you have to pull the trigger. After that, you can shoot. For all the weapons, there is different type of reloading system. For example, for this rifle, you only have to remove it, attach it, and right after that you can shoot. As you can see, by this one is also a really big recoil, so highly recommend to hold it with two weapons, two-handed. Let's go on. Start the game. You have to go back to the middle for all the machines that you see. As you can see here, there is 3 games already created. 2 of them is private. One is the where I could join. I'm not going to do this right now because I don't want to disturb their games by explaining and talking a lot in between. The only button you're going to use here is the reload button to refresh all the games that is still waiting for more players. But anyway, if you would like, you can also create your own game. Game mode, Harvest Run. This is the most common used game. As you can see on the right side, it needs 4 runners. If you don't have enough players in the lobby, you can also turn on the AI assist. In that case, for example, if there is only one, you can go also by the game with 2 players and will join to you to AI. The difficulties, the easiest is the Survivor. After that, Veteran, Master, Nightmare, and Horror. Here, of course, you can turn it to public or to private. If, for example, one time there was a really good 4 people who I just met in the game and they would like to retry that Horror mode, in this case, he just made a private and invited all the 3 players from the game before. As you can see here, by the difficulties, there are some different discs that you can collect. But of course, if you are going on the difficulty lower, you can only collect blue discs, Veteran purple, Master orange, Nightmare and Horror red. I will explain it right in a few minutes. And on the right side, Harvest. As you can see, there is also a multiplier. For example, in Horror mode, you can collect a lot more money than, for example, in the Survival mode. Discs. This can be collected during the game, just finding them all around the map. Sometimes they are quite hidden, so you better check every corner, because these discs can give you the attachments that I've mentioned before for the weapons. They are totally random, so you might need a few gameplays or gameplay throughs to have the attachments that you would like to use for the special weapon that becomes your favorite. Mutated Run, as the name it also says, it has some extra difficulties. Only one map can be chosen, and for example, this time all Snowbreeds has 100% extra armor, crawling instead of walking, and Snowbreed no longer takes solid damage. It's a little bit harder, but there is also some nice skins where you have to do a lot of mutated runs with special weapons. They are also nice to unlock them. Horde mode, it's an interesting game mode from 1 to 4 runners, endless waves, just as usual Horde mode. I don't really recommend it with the KatVR because it's a really small map where you don't really running a lot. So if it's more about the training and fun, there is 4 skins where you need to finish them, but it's not totally recommended. The Tundra Dome, it's a 4 vs 4 PvP, player versus player, team deathmatch. Most of the time there is not enough players who would like to play with this. Everybody recommending and using the Harvest Run. On the right side, you can choose between 9 levels, 9 different maps, all of them with different difficulties and interesting final bosses. I will choose this time the Chinatown because it's the shortest and easiest map, so in between I can explain everything that you need to know. So I will create it. As you can see, 3 AI has already joined, and right after I could start. If I would like to invite some players to my lobby, just have to push on the right controller the small joystick, going to the social, going to the lobby, and with this plus button I can go through and inviting everybody to the lobby. I can also check before who is in which level. So for example, a horror game, if I would like to definitely finish it, I might invite in the beginning the higher levels to finish it for sure. As you can see in between, somebody just invited me for a lobby. If I accept it, I can join to their game. But right now, just let's go on and start the game. As always, if you're starting the game, in the beginning it definitely needs sometimes 1 minute to load the game, so you see only a black screen. That's normal. If you are playing with players, you might have to wait on them. Don't worry about that. If this text already coming up, you know that everybody just connected properly and come in the gameplay. In most of the maps, you're starting with these 4 machines where you can buy stuffs that can make your game through a little bit easier. Juice Booster. This one can heal you if you're losing HP, but you can see on your left wrist. The screen shows you how many HPs you left. If it's getting low, just pull it to your body and push the button so it injects in you. The Rage Booster is also interesting. If you would like to reload half of your HP and would like to shoot double faster, you just have to inject it in yourself. And after that, if there is a lot of snowbreeds around, it can really help you to survive. You can also use these two on your teammates. So if somebody gets frozen, if you inject them, they can get back to the game and help you to get through. Pipe Bomb. Pipe Bomb is a bomb with 3 seconds delay. So if I push the trigger button and throwing it, after 3 seconds it will explode and killing as much snowbreeds around as possible. You have 2 options to throw them, just from the shoulder, but you can also, if you have more space, throw it like this. The Warhead is a little bit always more expensive, but of course has a really good advantage. If you trigger it and throw it in front of you or wherever you want, it will explode right after. It's really good if you are totally surrounded and you need a way out. Just throw it in front of you, everybody explodes, and you can run away and get some free spaces. The last one are the devices. As you can see, it's a little bit of a small old cassette, and you can reload these 2 devices that you see on my wrist. The left one you get automatically with the game. There is only 1 charge in it, and if you buy the disc you can have it to 2 or 3, but unfortunately you can buy by 1 station only 1 from each devices. This one shoots rockets and this one shoots a blade. So if I'm starting to push it, it will shoot out a blade, and wherever it hits a snowbreed, it totally kills it, except the special ones. As I know, the special ones need like 2 or 3, but right after you can kill all of them. So I forget the pipe bomb. As you can see, I have 2 spaces for 2 stuffs. Everything else you can keep taking with you in your hands, but of course in that case you can pick up the weapon. On some nightmare and horror games, most of the players are buying as many stuffs as possible and taking it to the final, because anyway, if you don't have too much stuff, it can be really hard. So let's do the pipe bomb. Throwing away. Hands up. 1, 2, 3, and it explodes everybody. Of course, it triggers all the another snowbreeds, so they will definitely come for you. Because of the slide moves, sometimes you can get stuck. I will show you later how to get unstuck in this game. So let me shoot these snowbreeds. The rifle itself is quite hard to shoot moving targets, but this is the strongest weapon in the game. With the shotgun it's a lot easier, but of course it has a little bit less damage. Moving around. Moving around in this game is really immersive and very well thought out. I really love it. You're just going in some rooms, checking around. It's totally fun. The only one part, if you are moving a lot in circles, only in one direction, as I mentioned in the video before, your device is gonna get a little bit discalibrated. So if you are running forward but your character is moving a little bit sideways, as mentioned before, don't forget to recalibrate every time. The one part, unfortunately, in these snowy maps, all the stuffs that you leave on the floor might going under the snow, so after that searching them is a little bit harder. Okay, in this case I found it. That's why it's really good to leave the subtitle on, because with that you can find the stuff a lot easier.
Watch your shots.
As you can see on the left and on the right side, there are some flowers, and if the snowberries are coming and you shoot the flower, it made an explosion and killing all the other snowbirds around. By the movement, in this game I highly recommend to move backward with your joystick, because on this pad it's really uncomfortable and you cannot really going backward, but you definitely going to need this in this game. So only for this movement you definitely going to need to push the joystick. Oh, there is one more. Oh, the running. If you push the left small joystick, you can run double speed. This is also what I'm using in this game, because most of the time with the KatVR calibration, if you don't wanna have some going faster, slower, and getting a little bit sick, just use it with the button that I mentioned also in the first video. Forehead. If I'm dropping it, as you see, it just explodes right after. It's really good and highly recommend to use it. The snowbirds, they can come from the top, from the sides, and also sometimes from behind. So always, if you hear that noise, that's the crash what I mentioned before. Unfortunately, because of the video making, it will come up, but you're not going to have it in your game. Green boxes. This is where you can upload all your weapons to maximum ammo, but you have to take care, as you have seen. I forgot to reload this weapon, so it only reloads the reserve. So before you're shooting these green ammo boxes, always reload, and after that take out the ammunition. Anyway, as you see, I already lost 10 ammos that I could have filled. There are some frozen guys around the maps, sometimes with weapons, sometimes with extra pipe bombs or boosters. You just have to grab out of its frozen hands. So
Hands up. Got you good.
that's some shooting.
Need to reload.
This orange screen appears when you are too near to a wall. Sometimes just move away and it will automatically disappear. If you hear this voice, that means you have reached an area where a lot of snowbirds going to come. And also a special one. This can smash on the floor and making you really high damage. About the points. As you can see, I have already collected 332. If I'm going right after this bubble, next to the snowbird, next to these points, it collects automatically all of them and collecting more money in game. You don't have to worry about, because even if you lose a game, all these points that is already on your brick going to be safe. So even if you lose, you're gonna get out with some money that you can use on your weapons. Just with running around, they are automatically coming to you. And as mentioned before, okay, in this time I can't reload, but what you have seen, I get 20 extra ammunition. If you are playing with AIs, they are sometimes very nice and give you 1 or 2 ammunitions. And let's wait a little bit. Nobody gonna give me some extra. No, this time no. But with shooting it, I have already again maximum. These stripes you always have to shoot out if you would like to move further.
Sprawl is gone.
Ooh, this yellow one is the skimmer. This one ran away, unfortunately. The skimmer is a special snowbird. If you shoot this out, you can have a lot of money, but it can run away very fast, so you have to be really fast to kill it. Most of the times in Nightmare and Horror, you can only kill it with the warhead, so you better have always one reserve. As you have seen in this frozen guy, there was an extra pistol. You really have to take care, because, for example, If I'm moving my shotgun and leaving this pistol on, dropping the shotgun away, this weapon that is on the floor is going to stay in the game and you're gonna lose it. So always take care which weapon you have in your hands. Anyway, you can lose your upgraded weapons in between the games. Everything is on you, is going to come with you. Except of course the boosters and bombs that you already managed to get. You have to always rebuy them in every game. There is also one issue that sometimes comes up with the game. As you can see, you can't see my left hand. For that, you have two options. One, if you go into the movement and turning the sliding to teleportation, going back, and if it's still not popping up, just don't forget to turn it back to slide. Just remove the battery from your left controller because it somehow gets miscalibrated. It only happens once in like 10 games, but right after moving the battery, of course, it gets recalibrated, so you will get your hand back. So, let's keep going. Don't forget to check every corner. Sometimes the discs are hidden here, but it can be some throws on the table. We will see. Ooh, they are coming quite fast. So, for example, here is one of the discs. It's a level 3. It can give you purple or attachments to any weapons. We don't know which one it's going to give, so better take it out and you will see right after what it's going to give you. Jimmy is the best AI. He's always running front, let himself killed, but he gets the most thanks from the game itself. It's a nice way to have fun with him. Also between the players it's quite regular. Oh, the big one. Right. So as you can see, of course in this level you're going to only lose a few HPs. You always have the possibility, if you have a booster, just put it in yourself and it's gonna go back to maximum. Let's collect the points.
I've been to this place as well. On a date, actually. Never saw her again.
Doors. Of course, before every door there are some snow bridges that you have to finish first. Right after you're arriving to it. These are safe rooms where you can leave your discs. Always check the drawers. Sometimes there are some really good stuff to it. For example, this time this was a warhead. To get in, you only have to step in front, doing a face cam as near as possible. And right after that, you can get in the door. And buying further steps that you might going to need. And also never forget to leave the discs inside the machine. The machine's only lighting up if all the players are already inside, because after that the door is closing and the machines are coming to life. You just have to insert it, push the successfully collected, and you can keep going the shopping. In most of the game you will see, in Horror and Nightmare, you definitely need to collect as much as possible stuff, because for the final boss you're gonna need everything that you still have. Anyway, you're not going to survive. So many of the players are doing, there is one dedicated runner who is always running forward, triggering the wave, going back, and all the 4 players together trying to shoot from one position. So most of the players are not going to do it. In horror mode, for example, 1 or 2 hits already going to make you freeze, and in that case you have to wait till the end of the wave, or if somebody have a booster, can come to you and revive you with a booster. But of course, as mentioned before, we're not going to have too much of that, so you better keep them for safe for the end game.
Trying to reload.
Oh, 5 bombs. And 1 more disc. We are getting full. it's a good way to show. He got frozen, so the only way to bring him alive is to go to him and push one of your boosters. Of course, with AI, it's not really recommended because the another AI can also revive each other. So, but for this case, to showing what is actually capable of,
Got you good.
it was a perfect moment. Okay, there is nothing. As you can see, this game is really immersive with a lot of movement possibilities, also with a lot of snow bridges, and with players it's really fun. Ooh, this is an eater, it's also a special. If you are next to it, you're gonna get blinded if you kill it for like 30 seconds. Yeah, so you better move away when it happens. Anyway, if it would be more snow breeders, I would see nearly nothing and they could kill you a lot easier. Let's keep going. Which way? Which way? That way. On most of the maps there is 2 checkpoints. We are getting near to the next one. Oh. This blind effect was also from the flowers. If you are next to it, you're gonna get blinded, but only for a few seconds, so it's okay. Always check every room. Sometimes, for example here, there is a frozen guy with some extra bombs or boosters.
Careful.
Oh, the sprawl is out. That means here will come a lot more snow bridges. Always take care of yourself, checking behind. They can come from every direction. Never forget to check the animation. Of course, I have chosen for the explanation only veteran or survivor. With these highly modified weapons, it's of course very easy. But in the beginning, you might going to only have the service pistol, and with that, you need to do a lot of shootings to kill snow bridge. Oops, we get out. Let's go change the weapons. And only a few more to go. Thanks, Michael. It's always good to go for the flowers, because it also can kill the snow bridges a lot easier. And also there is a skin where you need to kill like 1000 with the flowers. One of the tasks that is nice to do. As you can see, I'm running forward but moving a little bit sideways. This is the part where you have to recalibrate and just keep going. If you are going in a door, through a door, and you're playing with another players, always go a little bit back to have some space for the another to shoot. Thank God there is no friendly fire, but you can shoot through the players. That means if you just blocking them, they can help you to kill the snow bridge, and with that you will be the first one who is going to be dead. So let's do the face scanning. Nice, I have 2 discs. Oh, I forgot to collect the money.
Better.
So as you can see, it's still black, and right after the last AI arrives, they will turn on. All the discs that you push in the machine, even if you cannot finish the game, you will get them, but if you lose, you're not going to get the 2 extra discs, or 3 in horror, that you should get by finishing the game. In the beginning, it might going to happen that you're going to die in some games. It depends also on your teammates. But with these methods, you can easily collect the discs to upgrade your weapons and go into higher level maps. And of course, having some more difficulties, and with that more fun in the game. If you reach the final area, an orange place will appear. If all the players are going on top, it should become totally green. It's still orange because I haven't moved on it.
Reloading.
If everybody is on it, the final wave will start. Before that, I would like to explain the differences between the green and the purple ammunition box. By the green one, if you shoot it once, you get the ammunition, but it's gonna stay empty. By the purple one, if you shoot it once, yeah, I'm going to do that. In 30 seconds, it will reload. So for the final place, because you definitely need a lot of ammunition, you can shoot it once again right after it's reloaded, so you can get additional ammunition. By the final areas, they always come in from every different angle. In most of the maps, there are some good corners to wait and shoot the zombies, because if I'm staying in the middle, as you see, they nearly hit me. For example, in Chinatown, this is the best place to stay and survive, because you have view of the purple ammunition box, and you can store all the stuff that you have brought with you, or in case if there is a lot in front of you. Of course, in this case, the AI bots have took all the snowblades, and that's why they become followed. Oops. Oh, come on. So. But if all the 4 players are waiting in the same position, all the snowblades are going to come to you. So take care, because you can get stuck in this corner, especially when the final boss arrives. The final boss with 1 hit can make you freeze, and after that only your teammates can revive, or they have to do it by themselves, killing. And there it is. By final boss, for example, in this time it's a smasher. As you can see, there are some purple, orange and blue parts. The blue parts is still secure, and the orange parts where you have to shoot him to make damages. Wherever you shoot and it's not that far, you're not going to hit any damages. If both of your weapons totally empty, you can also hit the ammunition box so to get more ammo. The leg is still there. Ooh, it's going for me. And kill Jimmy. Oh, poor Jimmy. So for example, as you can see in this time, the leg part was the last one. I had to shoot it, and with that I could kill the smasher. Unfortunately, some players are always in a hurry. So right before you could collect all the money around the map, they pushing inside the safe room the button. Everything that stays in this place are not going to be taken with automatically. That also means for the discs, for example, in some games there are no middle machines. So if you leave the discs outside, you're not going to get them in the end. So all the discs you need to take inside, just leave it around, push the button, and after that you're definitely gonna get all the discs that you have collected. Actually, this is it. All the information that you need to know to play this game. After, if you have finished it, it will show up all the statistics, also how many XP and money you have collected, your rank, the discs. If you open them all, it shows, for example, this barrel is for assault carbine, this barrel is for MT-47. If you already have them, in that case, it will give you money. The blue one only gives you 500, the purple 1000, the yellow one is 2500, and of course the red one gives you the most, 5000 coins. Here you can also check the kills and headshots. It's important because there is also a challenge. For example, in mutated mode, you have to do 600 kills with 600 headshots. That you can also check in the middle of the game if you're going to the home part and check the kills and headshots. If you need a few more, just stay around killing the snowblades, so you get to your points what you definitely need. In the end, if you are with players, you can go to further maps, but I recommend to always get back to the hub, because unfortunately it has some bugs. So if you trying to remake the game with the same players in this window, you or the another players might going to fall out, and you definitely have to remake anyway. So always just get back to the hub and you can create your next game. Thanks for watching. I think I have mentioned everything. If I missed something, you can of course leave a comment, and if you would like, just join to the game, search me in the lobby, add me as a friend, and we can also talk and can give you some good advices for the games. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you liked the video, also please push the like button, and see you next time.